Well, hey everybody, John Ritlin here, and this is a SmackDown Live LareBro review. Yep, that's the best wordplay I can come up with. This is the go-home show for Super Showdown, taking place in a vibrant, progressive country. Can't you feel how vibrant and progressive that fucking country is? Except it's not. It's not vibrant and progressive. It's really, really not. But the blood money talks. But anyway, I digress. Hey, there was a women's match tonight, because we're not going to get to see any of that stuff. But that's okay, because it's taking place. Super Showdown is in a vibrant, progressive country. So we get Kofi and Xavier out there. They throw some pancakes, have a little bit of promo. Kofi mainly does, and then we show footage of him going to Ghana, and that was good. It was great stuff, and I really did enjoy that. It was nice. It was nice to see the fans and the people of Ghana celebrate Kofi, and just get to see him as champion. That was really good. That was really good. I really did enjoy that one. And then Dolph interrupts. It should have been me, and this is the same shit they've been doing with him for the last few weeks. I mean, and even then, it's actually been like this for a while, but they've really ramped up the whininess a lot. This was not a very good show. I get they want to save a lot of people because they got to please the Saudi Arabian government and all the fans there. And look, there could be some cool fans there, and I hope the fans that are actually good people get a good show. But there's so much that's tainting this goddamn show. It's just fucking ridiculous. Dolph, though, it should have been me. It should have been me. It should have been me. And then talking about his career, talking about all that stuff. The last time Dolph could have been a main eventer was Survivor Series 2014. After that, they fucking ruined it. Dolph has not meant anything for a couple years. It's just the sad truth. Kofi then runs down the career of Dolph, saying you forgot one thing, and that was back in the end of 2017 when he gave up the U.S. title. Basically just slapping everybody in the face, and then, oh yeah, and then he came back in the Royal Rumble, one of the worst returns ever. It was just no hype. Hey, at least he teamed with Drew, and that was pretty fun, but yeah, I don't know what they're doing here. I don't know why this is a stopgap feud. I don't know what's going to happen to Stomping Grounds except a couple matches, but we'll get to that in a bit. We then get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Kofi and Xavier. Decent match, certainly not bad. I noticed this, and somebody pointed this out to me, that they'll do the split screen thing for SmackDown, for USA will, yet they won't do it for Raw. And I don't quite get that. They're both on USA, at least for the next few months. I just don't fucking get why they aren't doing the split screen for Raw, because there was only like 40 minutes of wrestling on the TV show last night. And there wasn't that much more wrestling here. And I just recently watched a Raw and Nitro back-to-back episode, batch from June 7th, 1999, and there was about that much wrestling on both of those shows, which was fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Nothing has changed in wrestling in 20 years. But anyway, Kofi ends up pinning Sami Zayn. Ziggler attacks him. Shout out to Valena WWE for pointing this out. They are going to have Brock cash in on Kofi. Somehow Brock is going to walk out with both belts. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's going to walk out with both belts. He's walking out, though, with the WWE title for sure. So, again, shout out to Valena for pointing that out. So, yeah, Ziggler attacks Kofi. Okay, cool, whatever. I don't care about this feud. They have good matches. Don't get me wrong. They've had good matches for a number of years. I just don't care about this feud. I will also not be doing a prediction show for Super Showdown, because I'm going to save all my energy for the fucking rant that I'm going to be doing. And, yes, it's going to be a rant, because this show is going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad. And the Crown Jewel review got so much traffic. Even the Greatest Royal Rumble review got some good traffic, but Crown Jewel in particular, I was like, you know what? I'll endure. You guys like hearing me rant, so that's why I'm going to watch it. And then we get Shane talking about facing Reigns and Raw recaps. So many Raw recaps. Enough of Shane McMahon. If this does not end with Shane being completely destroyed, and even then, I don't really care about Reigns gaining, a measure of a revenge or whatever. Because this isn't doing anything for Reigns. This isn't doing anything for the Revival. Drew's a fucking lackey. It's fucking stupid. We then get a Chrisley Knows Best ad. This is an example of a guy that would have been best if his mom had swallowed him. I'm sorry. This show serves no purpose. USA Network, whoever greenlit the show on USA Network, should be sterilized. They should be fucking sterilized. This show is an atrocity. It just fucking is. It's just so fucking bad. And then we get a moment of bliss with Bayley, because these two always have great talking segments. Oh, wait, this is your life with Bayley and Alexa. Fortunately, it wasn't that, but Alexa kills time by getting coffee. She wants to get coffee. She wants to get different coffee. She's treating the guy like she's a heel. She was just a babyface with Nikki Cross 24 hours ago. Why the fuck is she a heel again? What the fuck is exactly going on? Does anybody know? I don't think you know. Vince sure as fuck doesn't know, or he does, and then he'll change his mind, and then he'll go nuts. It's totally ridiculous. She's a face on Raw, a heel on SmackDown, and she keeps cutting Bayley off, Bayley knocks the coffee out of her hands after Bayley gets another coffee cup. Or after Alexa gets another coffee cup. It would have been more entertaining if Bayley had just knocked the coffee cup out of her own hands, but then... So Alexa's there. She kind of wants to challenge Bayley, but then Carmella gets there, and then Charlotte gets there. And we're going to have a number one contenders match. 3 blondes. God, Vince just loves his blondes. To be fair, Charlotte's good in the ring. Carmella's not that good, and Alexa really shouldn't be in a number one contenders match because she doesn't fucking wrestle on TV enough. I don't care if she wrestles on house shows. She doesn't need to wrestle every single week, but the fact is she barely wrestles at all, and suddenly she's in a number one contenders match. Ember, Liv, Asuka, Kairi. I think Mickey's injured, but a few others like that. Liv, Ember, Asuka, and Kairi. And, I mean, the Iconics keep losing. They're on SmackDown. Why weren't they featured? They had 4 matches on this goddamn show. It was fucking ridiculous. More talking. We then get... But yeah, whoever wins this match, this number one contenders match, gets to face Bayley in Stomping Grounds, which is taking place, by the way, in Tacoma, actually, which is not a vibrant, progressive place. Actually, Tacoma isn't that bad. 70 miles from me. I'm just not going to go there. Truth and Carmella, more 24/7 title stuff where Truth is talking on the phone to Shane, apparently. He somehow has Shane's number, or Carmella does, and talks and says, wait, who's my opponent? Wait, I get an opponent? And he's going to face somebody in the ring in a regular match. And then we get to find out what it is. It's Truth versus Elias. 24/7 title lumberjack match. You got guys like EC3, Mojo Rawley, Jinder Mahal, No Way Jose, Jack Gallagher. Poor Jack Gallagher. Apollo Crews, Titus, Shelton Benjamin, Rude, losing the mustache, by the way, apparently. The B-Team, Eric Young, Drake, and I'm sure there are others, and I apologize if I forgot anybody, but just Elias won. And then... suddenly the rules are back in effect, so everybody tries to attack Elias. He escapes, gets under the ring. Truth knocks him on a chair under the ring and pins him. And we see footage of that later that somebody leaked. I think it was on their YouTube channel or their Twitter feed or something like that. But just, he pins him under the ring to win the title back. So Truth is now a 4-time champion? 3-time, 4-time champion? I've lost count. I don't really care. I hate it. I really fucking hate it. It's just so fucking bad. And then an Aleister Black interview. He wants people to knock on his door. He wants them to be a man. He wants them to pick a fight with him. Do they even remember that Aleister Black wrestles anymore? Does he wrestle on house shows? Does he do anything? He can't wrestle in Saudi Arabia, I guess, because of some of his tattoos. Because rules are really stupid over there. Not that rules are that great in this country, but good fucking God. Tattoos are the reason. Good God. But yeah, again, where are Asuka and Kairi? They were going to compete for the tag titles and then suddenly were forgotten about. And then we get Shane with the revival. We get CM Punk chants. We get boring chants. No one wants to see Shane on TV anymore. He's not an effective heel in the sense I want to see him get his ass kicked, because this would have been great 20 years ago. This would have been great 10 years ago. Not in 2019. I regret ever cheering the fact that Shane McMahon came back to the company. Maybe if we hadn't given him such a massive ovation, they wouldn't have kept re-signing him and he would have just gone away. And we would have been better off, because Shane's got plenty of money. He's got business ventures. We wouldn't have to see him dive off of insane shit and do bad stuff. Whatever. So yeah, then Reigns comes out, attacks the revival, leaves him on the stage, waits about 5 years, walks down, and then Drew Claymore kicks him. Drew McIntyre is about this close to being ruined. They don't know what they're doing with anybody anymore. They have too many goddamn people. The 24/7 title's an example that they need to cut about 40 people. Well, okay, 20. They need to cut 20 people. They got too many in NXT. Cut 20 people. Let them go somewhere else. Because all they're doing is paying out money to people to just sit on the sidelines or be in comedy bullshit skits and not be used to the best of their ability. Yes, let's devalue everybody so we can't sign new people because they aren't going to want to come to the goddamn company because there's other options out there. New Japan, Ring of Honor, AEW, especially when their TV deal kicks in, and people and companies like that. It's just, this show was a mess. Can you tell it was a mess? The best match, by the way, was Carmella versus Charlotte versus Alexa. Despite the fact that Alexa kind of botched, Carmella botched, and Charlotte was about the best in this match, having to carry two that really aren't that good in the ring. Mandy and Sonya appear at ringside. Yeah, by the way, what the fuck have they been doing? Besides apparently appearing at ringside and eating donuts on, I believe, their YouTube channel. Like, really, that's about all they've been fucking doing. Well, and posting stuff on Instagram, especially Sonya. Sonya's got a great Instagram, by the way. Very inspirational stuff. Yeah, so there was a nice Twisted Bliss spot where Alexa broke up the figure eight on Carmella. And then big old schmaz and everything, Carmella ends up getting a DDT from Alexa, and Alexa Bliss, a Raw superstar, is going to face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. They may ruin Bayley again because they're stupid and bad at everything. I mean, really, what else do you want me to fucking say? We then get recaps of Rollins and Brock. Okay, he got taken to a hashtag local medical facility. And then we get a Lars interview with Kayla. This is scaring women is something he can fap to. I love Kayla. Kayla is great. She looked legit scared. I don't think she was acting. I think there are a lot of people that Lars makes uncomfortable because he probably hasn't changed. Maybe he has. I don't fucking know. But do not have Lars cut promos. Unless you're going, I mean, script him to an extent. You don't want him going off script. But the nursery rhyme stuff, talking about nightingales and whatever the fuck. Nobody had a goddamn clue what the hell was going on. Yeah, he scared Kayla. That was pretty much the crux of this. Oh, and he's going to beat up 3 Hispanics, which is something that he ought to love. Andrade versus Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is on SmackDown and is gone. Hits a hammerlock DDT. Balor runs in, hits some moves, gets distracted by Zelina, which means he really had to look down. I'm saying she's short. And Zelina's great, but she is short. It was great when Alistair did that whole short thing with Zelina, which was funny, considering I didn't know they were dating at the time and now married. And good for them. So, yeah, Balor gets laid out. We get this match on at Super Showdown. And can Andrade handle the Demon? Noah, you stop thinking about handling the Demon. He's a big Balor fan. Can't help it, Noah. Sorry, just having fun. We get more recaps, and then we get Goldberg saying, I can't wait to face The Undertaker. A Jewish man in Saudi Arabia. What could possibly go fucking wrong? And, yeah, he faces and Taker. You know, Taker's dong goes off. Laredo popping for The Undertaker's dong. And then, because if I have to say it, you have to picture it. So they face off. Lights go out again. Undertaker's gone. Probably back under the ring. And then Goldberg's like, okay, well, you know, that's it. Well, fine, I'll face you. He's all posing. And then they run down the Super Showdown card. And that's it. That is pretty much it. D, this was about on par with Raw. It just wasn't very good. I'm not excited for Super Showdown, but you know what? Trainwreck wrestling sometimes can be fun. And I expect this to be a fucking train wreck. But it's supposed to be bigger, or the equivalent to or bigger than WrestleMania. You proud of that? You proud of that sentence you just fucking said? I'm not proud of it, and WWE shouldn't be either. So yeah, D, pull up there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'm going to prepare for the New Japan Best of Super Junior Finals. See you soon.